Good morning. This morning we're going to open a tree or grow our tree. It's a long process, so if you want to see the whole process, you can go to my fast motion video of the same process. It'll show it to you from beginning to end, and well, don't blink, it's just maybe a minute long. So as what we've got is I got a tree here that I've started. It's a piece of driftwood bark that's been simply decorated with some hand-picked beach rock that's been polished on the beach. It's made out of silver and copper, silver being the aluminum 18 gauge wire and copper 18 gauge wire. I've bent out half of it roughly. When you start with your tree, if you've done it correctly, you'll have roughly 22 pieces of line that you can deal with. I like to kind of as a rule break it out in different amounts in the beginning. It gives you different balances. Each tree turns out as it wants to, so it kind of speaks to you. So right now I'm just doing the last branch here. We'll do that, and then we'll give it a haircut. I use clamp pliers or vice grips. Got a couple of different flavors. And when you twist a tree, you got to make sure you always twist the same direction. Make sure you don't twist some clockwise, some counterclockwise. And look for the yield points. Your wires yield in different places. You got to go slowly in the end, or you will break wires. I've already broken at least one in this project here, so you got to be careful. So that's how we break a branch out. And we'll go ahead and twist this bundle up into go forward with. About done with this tree, so to give you an idea of what the twisting's like. Again, you got to go real slow on your yields because you don't want to snap your wire. So it does yield, you'll feel it, it'll give, and then you'll know that you can go ahead and twist farther if you want to. Okay, let's break out another couple. So just like a tree, if you look at a tree, it goes up and it splits, and it goes up and it splits, and you get a real balanced look if you follow that process. Drop a wire, and that's a sure recipe for breaking wires, so make sure you don't drop wires when you do this, or you will break a wire. Okay. Got a yielding issue with this piece of aluminum wire. It's a little stiffer than the rest. Okay, so that's good. Don't want to break it. Okay, just about done here. I'm going to go on this exit. It's going to be 3 and 2. I had an odd number because I had broken one. So it's nice to stay even, but nature does that. She loses limbs all the time. In a tree, they call that a widowmaker, so if I break one, I got to make sure I remove it so it doesn't fall into the rest of the workpiece and get lost. Okay, this is the last twist on this one. I'll go back and snug up some of these later, but it's good for now. So now we give this its final shape. So we open up all the ends like to do. This is what best we could do for foliage if we're not going to be adding copper leaves, which I do quite often on some of my projects. Okay. Now we're going to give it a quick haircut. It's a little gangly. Let's get some shape first. So I want it to bend. Remember, this is your tree. Make it grow the way you want it to grow. Bend that one over a bit. Again, they all come out different. They all speak to you differently. Okay, let's give it a quick haircut. Give it a quick haircut. I use wire snips, of course. Again, this is not, I'm not going to keep them all the same length. It's not rocket science. You can't over trim it. It's just like getting your own haircut. If you take too much off, you got to put up with it. except it won't grow in here. If you take too much off, you're done. You can't go back. You can't add wire. Very good, yes. And it's all, you know, where you want to do it. It's your tree. How full do you want it? How do you want it to be shaped? You also got to keep in mind that if it goes out too far beyond your workpiece, people get their eyes poked out, so you got to be a little careful about that. And kind of like that. Kind of like that. So there we go. There's our tree. We're all done with this one. Again, if you wanted to put some copper leaves down, you can do that. Sometimes I'll sprinkle copper leaves up under the tree as final decoration. Again, go see the fast motion video if you want to get through it faster. Visit our website, chimesandcharms.com. Take a look at all the neat stuff we got. A lot of trees, a lot of chimes, a lot of fun to look at. Have a great day.